Good morning and welcome to Live Jai-Alai in the Magic City on YouTube's Jai-Alai Channel. I'm Stu Nyman, I'm here with Andrew Bleckman, and we're pleased to welcome you to this Thursday matinee performance. We have 9 games for you beginning at noon. We're back to saying 9 games. In addition to fast and fun Jai-Alai action, each of today's games offers win, play, show, quinella, exacta, and trifecta wagering. If these terms are new to you, we'll explain the different phrases throughout the performance. We also have a pick 3 wager that begins in game 4, the high-paying high 5 jackpot that begins in game 3 with its $2,000 guarantee, and the all-new Mighty Ocho jackpot that begins in game 1. Online wagering is available at watchandwager.com, or if you're in Connecticut, mywinners.com, but placing bets is not necessary to enjoy all we have in store for you today. At least we hope it's not. We do not have any scratches in today's performance. Once again, we do not have any scratches in today's performance. Also nice to be able to say that. So, ladies and gentlemen, with all of this in mind, we ask you to make your wagers, for those of you who are making wagers, as early as possible within scheduled post times, and then sit back and relax, because post time for game 1 is now just 9 minutes away. Andrew, how are you?
Hello, Stu. This is going to be a great week. Saw people that were in the fantasy chat saying that they couldn't wait to get to this first serve here on Thursday. I feel like it's been even a couple weeks since that doubles duel we had Saturday, which was, again, amazing. If you haven't seen the play from that, go back and watch it on YouTube. Just the best highlight we've seen here. Got us all pretty excited for this regular schedule of highlight back again, and we got it pretty much full to back to 100% health with the roster. Announcers, we're back to 100% here, so this should be a really, really good week. Everyone excited to get back at it.
And we do encourage you, for those of you tuned in on YouTube, to participate in the live chat. And basically the way that works is that Andrew and I do glance down and we do see questions. We don't have a real-time back and forth, so to speak. Most questions are either approved or passed on to us by the folks at the Jai-Alai Channel, which we're the Jai-Alai Channel, but there's other folks at the Jai-Alai Channel behind the scenes who govern all that goes on. However, we do have one question just before we get started, since we do have a little bit of time here. And it's a question regarding, would love to hear Stu, which is me, try explaining. Well, Daniel, when you say try explaining, automatically you sound like you're challenging. So, yeah, I can spin almost anything. If you know anything about Jai-Alai, which I'm sure you do, you remember the company that I used to work for? Yes, we can spin anything. There's nothing to really spin about what happened that night. Why Carballo was clueless of the fact that the final partido was to 15. What it comes down to is this. It's the first time that we used that format. They were very much in the moment. They had played the 7-pointer, then they had played the 11-pointer. We obviously had discussed the format with everybody, but we wanted them to sit back and just work on their team communication before they started that final partido. There was a super high degree of energy. Also, the other thing with that is usually the players can hear me or they at least hear my microphone, or when Andrew's here by himself, they hear Andrew during the games. Then the in-house mic is shut off so that we can go back and forth and have conversations like this that the players don't always need to hear. So a lot of times with playoffs, you'll see that they're not lined up right, and you'll hear me repeat it, and they switch. So that's why we used the in-house mic for that. But we weren't using it that night. We decided we wanted to go with a more conversational presentation. So that's literally what happened. His mind was set on 11. And that's it. So there's no trying to explain it. That's the explanation of what happened.
Yeah. And still got a couple more minutes here, and getting into the regular rundown here for this program today. And we're going to start it off there with an explanation of the scoring. We're going to have spectacular 7 scoring, a little different than those partidos you saw here Saturday night. So if you're new and you enjoyed what you saw here, pay attention to this one. It will explain the scoring format of the first 8 games of this performance. Here it is.
Spectacular 7 singles games are played with 8 players. Each player wears a different color jersey numbered 1 through 8 on the front. These numbers are traditionally referred to as post numbers. Post numbers are used to signify the order in which the athletes will play in a game. These numbers are also used for betting purposes. Don't be confused by the numbers on the back of our jerseys. Those are just for fun. Each game begins when the player in the post 1 red jersey serves to the player in the post 2 blue jersey. The served ball must land between the 4 and 7 lines marked on the court's side wall. If the ball lands between those lines, the serve is good and play continues until one of those 2 players wins that matchup. The player who loses the matchup exits the court and waits for his next turn at the end of the rotation. It's important to note that every game has 2 rounds. The first 7 matchups in a game make up round 1. Each matchup in round 1 is worth 1 point. Round 2 refers to all matchups that take place after the 7th and final matchup of round 1. The number of matchups in round 2 varies from game to game. And in round 2, each matchup is worth 2 points. The first player to earn 7 points wins the game.
And now we have just under 4 minutes till we get into that first game. Another reminder here, again, Fantasy Jai-Alai, for those of you that played the doubles duel, that special event we had for you. We're going back to our normal format for fantasy as well with this regular week. You get 3 singles players. You have a budget of $21. Each player has a specific monetary value, a fictitious budget. You try to build the best roster you can using that $21 budget. Fill it up with 3 singles players for this week. And again, it is week 13 for fantasy. Saw there was a question there about that. It is week 13 for fantasy. That was the same week for the doubles duel, but we didn't have any points. There weren't any of the same regular singles players or doubles players, so we're going to week 13 to keep it consistent with this week of Jai-Alai that we are on. So just to clarify that point, don't be worried if your picks say they're in for that 13th week, because that is correct.
Yeah, we have 3 minutes to go till we begin Game 1. Once again, no scratches in Game 1. Game 1 begins the Mighty Ocho. If you're playing the Mighty Ocho, got to get those wagers in for Game number 1 within the next 3 minutes. And it's funny to look down here and see some folks talking about spin, and we don't do politics on this show. We don't, and for obvious reasons we don't do politics. Why would we do politics? This is politics free, and for the most part a COVID free zone, as long as we can be a COVID free zone. We like to be as much sports entertainment as we possibly can be. But spin is a funny thing. Spin, the ability, there's obviously a technical term to it. Manage news cycles, starting with Pierre Salinger, who was spokesman for JFK, and it's how to explain that what you just saw wasn't really what you just saw. I'm not a big fan of that. I've done it, and I can do it much better in writing than I can do speaking, actually. But I'm just not. I would just rather.
It's a lot easier to keep track of the truth.
No, it is.
Yeah.
And not massage it. Now, there's a lot of nuance in what we do here at Magic City. One of the biggest things, especially for people who are just tuning in, this is a program that is in its 3rd year. One of the things you used to do when you go to day near Miami, say, God, this place has been here 50, 75, 80 years. Miami, just 90 years.
Wow. Yeah.
So it's. No, this program's been around for 3 years. Obviously, Magic City, the former Flagler, Dog Track's been around, for considerably longer. But this is a 3-year program. Yeah. So that's one of the best things about having accepted this position and in management of the program. And then, of course, with announcing, when I said, how honest can I be? Scott said, be as honest as you want.
Perfect for you.
And I said, really? Now, in the first year, we had to massage a little bit. Oh, yeah. Look at that throw. It's like, which translated to, it made it to the front wall.
Made it to the front wall. We got a good catch in the back corner.
What a good catch, which means he caught the ball. That was the first year. The first year was tough, but my goodness, when you look at where we came from there with those players from that first year playing those partitos.
It was awesome.
3 of the 4. I mean, that's just from year 1. That's just tremendous.
Yeah, the catching, the shots, the effort. I mean, the athleticism. There was one point where Bradley went looks like he went halfway up.
Yeah.
I mean, he was almost at the Machu Picchu up there. So
yeah, he got way up.
And again, here we have 1 more minute till we get into the start of that first game today. Fantasy Jai-Alai, you have 1 more minute to set those lineups. FantasyJai-Alai.com to get those in. And if we have over 100 people for that, we'll let you know as soon as we do. after this first performance. If we have $100, in addition to the prize that'll be going out, we will be giving $100 away to that fantasy winner as well. So long as we have 100 active participants, we will let you know on that. Stu, let's get into the action.
We're ready to begin game number 1, a spectacular 7 singles match to start this playing week off. This game is played to 7 points. Points double after the first round of play. That's that spectacular scoring. Serving in the red shirt of post 1 is number 77, El Barba. Receiving in the blue of post 2 is Fred. There's a serve. Game 1 begins. Strong backhand by Fred to open things up. El Barba on the rebote to the inside. Fred with a nice backhand. Rebote by El Barba back to the inside. That's a good effort by Fred to try to get that ball up to the front wall. Just missed. Point 1. El Barba first up on the board in today's first game. Our second matchup of the day has El Barba serving to the white shirt of post 3. Here's Legend. Catch by El Barba. There's the backhand. Ball tipped at the 8 line. Point to the 3. In our next matchup, the white shirt of post 3. Legend serves to Jedin. Green of post 4. Ball dropped off the serve. Point 3. Legend now serves to the black shirt of post 5. Entering the court, we have Tennessee. Over serve. Ball's got to land between the 4 and 7 line on the serve. That past the 7. This point goes to Tennessee in the black of post 5. Now receiving, yellow shirt of post 6, Juice. Juice from the forehand. It's a hard throw. That goes off. The cesta of Tennessee to score. Point 6. On the court, ready to receive. Pink of post 7, Lamonte. Big catch on the forehand of Juice. Juice with a carom. That's going to score. That's respectable. Point 6.
Yeah, I was working for him all last week. Goes to it again here in his first appearance in week 13.
Here now to complete the first round and receive the purple shirt of post 8, CRB. Big backhand by CRB to a Chula. A perfect Chula. That scores. Chula happens when the ball hits the back wall and floor at the same time. Does not come out. Point to the 8. All matchups are now worth 2 points in the second round through the end of the game. Point 8 again. CRB with 3 points. He serves the returning 1 post. Here's El Barba. That's an excellent serve by CRB. Nice backhand by El Barba. El Barba from the 10 line. CRB. Forehand rebote played beautifully by El Barba back to the inside. Nice rebote by CRB. That scores. Point 8. That was a well-played point by CRB and El Barba. Straight points to a possible game point for the purple shirt of post 8, CRB. Trying to stop him, Jedin. Green of post 4. Rebote left side. It's a 2-all. Lands out. Point 4. That was a nice straight point effort for CRB. In our next matchup, we have Jedden serving to the white shirt at post 3, returning to the court, Legend. Rebote left side, hard to the inside. That's going to score. Beautiful rebote thrown by Jedden there. 0.4. Jedden has 4 points. In this matchup, he serves to Tennessee, wearing the black shirt at post 5. Scoop on the forehand of Jedden. He goes deep. Ball missed on the forehand of Tennessee, 0.4. Possible game point for the green shirt at post 4, Jedden. Trying to stop him, Lamonte. Beautiful forehand rebote throw by Jedden. Lamonte makes the rebote, but puts it on the pad. That is point and game to the green shirt at post 4, Jedden. 4 wins it, 8 places, meaning he came in second. 6 serves to 3. This is a playoff for third place. A well-played first game. Really well-played first game.
I'll say Jedden been off for a couple weeks here, getting some earlier games for him, taking full advantage of that. Good to see.
Ball tipped. Point and a third place finish goes to Juice in the yellow of post 6. Unofficial order of finish for game 1, 4-8-6. Your prices will be up in a moment. Results from game 1 are official. Coming in first, post 4, Jedden. Taking second, post 8, CRB. Coming in third, post 6, Juice. 4-8-6 is the official order finish for game 1. And for those of you playing the Mighty Ocho, first number of the Mighty Ocho today, the number 4. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, is game 2, a spectacular 7 singles match. Play to 7 points. Points will double after the first round of play. There are no scratches in game 2, and post time is just 7 minutes away. And yeah, see, I haven't been doing this for so long, I completely skipped over the prices. I should probably read those, shouldn't I?
Got some important information for the folks at home.
$2 Quinella 4-8. That's 4-8 or 8-4. First and second in any order. $32.60. 50-cent trifecta price. The 4-8-6. $767.25. And nice exacta to start the day off with. Exacta 4-8. First and second in order. $81. And yep, that second game is still everything that I said it was going to be just before I read those prices. A spectacular 7 singles match, play to 7 points, points double after the first round of play. No scratches, post time 7 minutes away.
And before we get into that second game, this Thursday matinee performance here, if we got any new fans who maybe still not sure of what exactly is going on here in this sport, we got an explanation video that will explain here in simpler terms how this game of Jai-Alai is played. Have a look.
The main rule of Jai-Alai is simple. Players must catch and return the ball in one fluid motion. Sounds easy enough, right? So how do you win? You can win a matchup simply if your opponent overserves, underserves, or serves the ball out of bounds. On the flip side, your opponent wins the matchup if the serve is so good that you fail to catch and return the ball to the front wall. If your opponent fails to catch the ball before it bounces twice on the ground, or if your opponent's cesta makes contact with the ball but doesn't catch it, then in both of those cases, you win the matchup. You can also win a matchup if the ball bounces around in your opponent's cesta during an attempted catch. This is called juggling, and it's illegal in Jai-Alai. Another way to win a matchup is if your opponent throws the ball and it lands out of bounds on its return from the wall. The overall game strategy for a Jai-Alai player is to make it difficult for an opponent to reach the ball in time or to execute a rebuttal play.
And we have just about 5 minutes till that second game of the matinee performance here. And Stu, one guy that been getting maybe getting unfairly treated in the chat there and in the media is CRB, one of the guys that the past couple of weeks maybe been playing a little bit above his skill level in some of these games. He's been trapped with maybe middle and feature game guys. And look, let's be honest, still his second year playing Jai-Alai is considerably less experienced than a lot of these guys. And it was good to see there in his first game. I mean, he came out playing with guys, really at his skill level right now and showed that it wasn't a matter of he had necessarily lost a step there. It's just he was maybe a little bit behind the 8 ball in terms of he just started later and is not at the level that these guys are at.
No, and if you think about it, for those of you who are familiar with Jai-Alai, when you think back to traditional Jai-Alai, who were the people who you sometimes almost forgot to pay attention to?
Yeah.
The most consistent guys.
Yeah.
The ones who did something spectacularly or the ones who did something spectacularly bad were the ones who stuck out.
Yeah.
The ones who came in on a day-to-day basis. And so that is something that just comes with time in Jai-Alai. It just does. And he just doesn't have enough time under his belt. By the end of this year and going into next year, absolutely. So we should be seeing some more consistent play out of him. Yeah. Because he did, he just before I went out sick, I think he did really well.
He was playing really well, exactly.
And then, then he wasn't finishing. Finishing has been a bit of an issue. Also, stopping the ball from a technical standpoint in Jai-Alai, making those catches. He will make some good catches on the left side, but the ball doesn't bobble, so it's not a foul.
Yeah.
But he doesn't bring it in to control it. He gets rid of it real quick. He's also a left-handed player.
Yeah, that's one thing that we talk about Anderlecht all the time is being left-handed. He kind of slides under the radar as well. So
CRB does get some of that escape where he doesn't have complete control of the ball when he goes to throw it on the left side, which will get him into trouble. And we're glad to hear that Windsor Locks open up in Connecticut OTB.
Yeah.
I spent some time up there in the mid-2000s going up with some favorite Jai-Alai players.
No betting, though. Yeah.
No, definitely no betting.
Strictly viewing pleasure.
No, Windsor Locks, if I'm not mistaken, was for the most part right across the street from Bragg International. I mean, we flew in, and that was our first stop, and I was there with Benny, Daniel, former World Jai-Alai greats.
Yeah.
Michelena made a trip as well, and where do we go? We'll leave the airport, make a left, and it's on the right-hand side. Oh, okay, that's convenient.
I was going to say, we know my lack of movie watching, but haven't been to the state of Connecticut either. Interestingly enough, as a parimutuel fan, I feel like that's a good state to venture out to.
I will say this: the Connecticut folks, they know their Jai-Alai. There is absolutely no question about that. I mean, Jai-Alai didn't get up there until the 70s, but not both, but Milford, Bridgeport, and of course Hartford, some fantastic summer Jai-Alai was played up there, and just the fan base was absolutely tremendous. Fortunately, I was able to be in each one of those frontons at one time or another, and it was not in the heyday.
Yeah. Are they still still standing? Yeah.
No,
they tore them
all
down.
3 buildings are gone. All 3 buildings are gone. Milford was the last to go, and there's a picture online somewhere of the entire Milford, which was a beautiful fronton.
Yeah.
It was an absolutely beautiful fronton structurally. They won an award for being a structurally beautiful fronton.
They had.
And the last thing standing was the court. Yeah. So everything had been taken down. The last thing standing was the court. And I know that there had to be some Connecticut amateurs who would have gone through just to get on that court one last time, even with the entire building taken down and having been condemned. It didn't look so structurally sound, but no, this Connecticut Jai-Alai was great Jai-Alai.
Yeah. And we got 1 more minute now until we get into the second game. And, we have a couple minutes. Let's run through the standings. I know they've changed a little bit here. So in the top of these sort of earlier games, the highest one up here in the standings is Tennessee. He's in 7th place. He has 29 wins. But in first place, you have Ron. He's at 47. Second place, you have Bueno now at 39 wins. Third place, Douglas still holding on to that spot, and he is back. He's been making his debut. Not a debut here. He'll be returning in game number 5. You got Kubala 1 win behind him. He has 33. You have Ben at 30, Ikeda at 30, Carballo at 28, Anderlecht at 23. So all those middle feature game guys, which no easy games. You notice the program, if you checked it out on MagicCityCasino.com, games 5 through 9, really. All those feature guys are, they don't get any easy games. Like Bueno maybe was sneaking into some of those earlier ones. Ben as well, Bradley. They got Douglas, Carballo, Kubala every game. It should be fun. Let's get into game 2.
We're ready to begin our second game, a spectacular 7 singles match. Played to 7 points, points double after the first round of play. Serving, the red shirt of post 1 is number 15, Legend. Receiving in the blue of post 2, number 26, Lamonte. There's the serve. We begin game 2. Strong backhand by Legend. Rebote to the 8 line, made by Lamonte. Here's Legend. Lamonte with a tip ball at the 9 line, point 1. Legend first up on the board in our second game. That brings to the court the white shirt of post 3. Here's El Barba. Point 1. Green shirt of post 4, Jedden receives. That forehand rebote goes into the overhead screen. That's out of play, point 1. Legend has 3 straight points. He serves to the black shirt of post 5. Here's Fred. Nope. Point 1. Legend has 4 points in this next matchup. He serves to the yellow shirt of post 6, Juice. Forehand rebote saved, the overhead screen. Point 1. Legend has 5 points in this matchup. He serves to the pink shirt of post 7, Tennessee. Tennessee moves up and makes a good catch. That's a strong backhand. Rebote played nicely by Legend. Tennessee midcourt. There's a hard throw. Caught on the forehand of Legend. Tennessee plays the rebote. Nothing too fancy. Just make sure he gets to the front wall. Just what he should do. And it worked out for him. That scored. Point 7. That was a nice 5 straight points for Legend. Play continues. In this matchup, Tennessee serves to the purple shirt of post 8, CRB. Tennessee choosing to take it out on the forehand. Had to make a big hop to get there, but he held on to it. Nicely played by CRB. I was waiting to see if Tennessee was going to go through the screen. Good carom, point 8. The first round's complete. All matchups are now double. Worth 2 points through the end of the game. First to return, Lamonte. Rebote by Lamonte is up high and scores, point 2. In this matchup, Lamonte serves to the returning 3-post. The white shirt is El Barba. Big lofty serve by Lamonte. El Barba keeps it in play. Here's Lamonte from the forehand. Hard forehand throw by Lamonte is going to score. Point 2. Lamonte has 4 points in this matchup. He serves to a green shirt of post 4, Jedden. Nice catch by Lamonte. Showing good control on that left side. That backhand went to the overhead screen. That's out of play, point 2. That'll give Lamonte a possible game point here in our second game. On the court trying to stop him is Fred in the black of post 5. Nice backhand throw by Fred. That ball was juggled on the forehand of Lamonte. Point 5. Play continues. Fred's on the board with 2 points. Here's post 6. The yellow shirt is Juice. That's an overserve. Ball's got to land between the 4 and 7 line. That's an overserve. Point 6. Juice gets the point in this matchup. He serves to Legend. Legend returns with possible game point. Good catch by Juice. Carom by Juice. Lands out. Point and game. Red shirt of post 1, Legend. 1 wins it. 2 places. 5 serves 6. This is a playoff for third place. Ball missed off the serve. Point and show to post 5, Fred. Unofficial order finish 1, 2, 5. Your prices will be up in a moment. No, but definitely good to hear that we have some actual physical off-track betting sites opened up in Connecticut now. It's really good to hear.
Yeah, opening back up. I feel like that's...
yeah, they've been closed because of COVID, the COVID restrictions. It's nice to hear.
Good to see as we're coming back to normalcy here and other places around the world. And in Connecticut, people get a chance now to potentially bet on it, too.
Yeah, that's definitely good to hear. $2 Quinello 1-2, that's $25.80. Quinello's first and second in any order, that's 1-2 or 2-1. 50-cent trifecta 125, 260, 60. That's a nice win price. 1 to win. So $2 bet on 1 to win, returning $32.80. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, is Game 3, a spectacular 7 singles match. Play to 7 points, points double after the first round of play. Game 3 begins. The most famous wager here at Magic City. People like it. Some people how people complain, I have no idea. That I don't get that. I occasionally read things.
Well, too easy to hit.
It's the most it's the most generous wager in all of pari-mutuel wagering. The high 5 is up next, beginning in Game 3. To play the high 5, you correctly pick the winners of games 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And if you do, there is a $2,000 guarantee. I don't know what was there a carryover? I mean, that's 2 weeks. I don't think I was here for that.
I'm pretty sure there's a carryover here. Give us a second. We'll pull it up for you, but I don't think anybody.
There's already $1,800
leads me to believe that there probably is a carryover in there with the number being that high.
Oh, there's $1,800 already wagered into that high 5s. That's definitely good to see.
Yeah, how about this, Stu? Going back to that Sunday, July 19th. Wow, last time we were in here, the carryover looks to be, boy, either my eyes are getting bad or I got to get a new prescription. It looks like over 2,700. So
we're over 4,000.
Yeah, we're going to be over 4,000. This is going to be a pretty big high 5. So yeah, get those wagers in here.
Got 5 minutes to get those high 5 wagers.
Yeah, Stu say last chance to make those bets for the high 5. $2,000 guaranteed jackpot bet there, which, as we said, going to be probably over double that. Pick the winners of games 3 through 7, and you got to be the only winning ticket to get that $2,000 or more. And today, as we said, well over that $2,000. It's just $1 per combo, so you pick any 5 numbers. It costs $1, and you can make as many combos as you like. 4 minutes left to get those wagers in for that high 5 at the beginning of game number 3.
While the players at Magic City had a week off from their regular season, they still brought us fast and fun highlight action in the form of the first ever doubles duel exhibition event on Saturday night, July 25th. On Saturday night, 5 star-studded doubles pairings were fired up to square off in a 3-round elimination event. The doubles duel began with a knockout round where the first 4 teams to 7 points would move on to the semifinals, with the 5th team getting knocked out of the duel. In this round, Ron showed off his almost flawless play that fans have become accustomed to seeing from him in the recent weeks of the regular season. His consistent backcourt play, along with the solid defensive performance in the frontcourt by Legend, enabled this duo to secure the first qualifying spot, making them the number 1 seed in the semifinals. Carballo and Ben were not too far behind, claiming the 2nd seed just a few matchups later. Anderluck and Jedin, arguably the 2 most outwardly competitive guys on the roster, were determined to advance to the semifinals. Though communication errors repeatedly sent this pairing back to the bench in the early matchups of the knockout round, they were able to settle down and get into a groove that ultimately secured themselves the 3rd seed. And then there were 2, Bueno and Bradley with 5 points against the sweetheart pairing of Kubala and Tennessee with 3 points. Both teams made a valiant effort, but in the end, Bueno and Bradley narrowly clinched the 4th seed with their overwhelming combination of power and finesse. The semifinal round featured 2 11-point partidos, or multi-point matchups. The first semifinal partido had the number 1 seed of Legend and Ron facing off against the number 4 seed of Bueno and Bradley. In this matchup, both pairings were neck and neck up until the last few points of the match, where conditioning ultimately proved to be the difference maker. As Ron and Legend began to run out of gas, Bueno and Bradley stayed firm on the court. They secured the W and their spot in the finals with an 11-9 point victory. The second semifinal partido had the number 2 seed of Carballo and Ben facing off against the number 3 seed of Anderluck and Jedin. However, this matchup wasn't nearly as close as the first one. Carballo and Ben wasted no time collecting points, putting Anderluck and Jedin in an early hole that they just couldn't dig themselves out of in time. Carballo and Ben won in a dominant fashion with a final score of 11-6. And so the 2 semifinal winners moved on to the ultimate event, the 15-point partido final. The final was nothing short of thrilling, with neither pairing giving up an inch throughout the matchup. At one juncture of the partido, Carballo and Ben held an 11-9 point lead, but Bueno and Bradley weren't going down without a fight. In a blur, the underdogs racked up 5 straight points and were in complete control of the match with 14-11 points. Carballo and Ben took a timeout in an effort to halt the momentum of the opposition, but it was too little too late. Just 2 points later, Bueno ended it with a picture-perfect carom, putting an exclamation point on the 15-12 point victory and the doubles duel title. If this is any indicator of what's to come for the rest of the season at Magic City, all we have to say is buckle up, because it's going to be one hell of a ride to the November finish line. Magic City will be back with its normal schedule this week, with performances Thursday and Friday at noon and 4 p.m., Saturday at 4 p.m. and 8 p.m., and Sunday at noon. Tune into the Highlight Channel on YouTube to catch all the action. This week's Rebote play couldn't be narrowed down to just one Rebote. There were countless points that could have been selected as the top play of the duel, but there was just one point that stood out above the rest. This play epitomizes exactly what the Magic City Jai-Alai League is all about, and it's certainly something that can only be attributed to this new wave of modern Jai-Alai. As Drew, one of Magic City's announcers, would say, this is definitely not your father's Jai-Alai, and all 4 Pelotaris here made that quite clear. With just about 3 years of Jai-Alai experience under their belts, this point reaffirms the notion that the sky really is the limit for all of these Magic City athletes. Some have claimed this to be the best point of the history of Magic City Jai-Alai. So here it is. Take a look at what these rising stars of Jai-Alai are made of for yourself.
This is just getting a little crazy. Nice backhand throw. Rebote coming out. 2-all Rebote rifled, scooped up by Bueno. Carom by Bueno, scooped up by Carballo, and it's going to score.
That best point maybe in the history. And with that, we are ready now to begin game number 3, that recap of that doubles duel. Again, check it out. It's up on YouTube and the Highlight Channel. You can watch the full highlights, the best highlight we have seen here. Unequivocally could say that here. But we got game 3 coming up, the start of that high five. Let's give it to him, Stu.
Time to begin game 3 and the high five, a spectacular 7 singles match. Play to 7 points. Points will double after the first round of play. Game 3 provides the beginning of the high five. Serving in the red shirt of post 1, we have number 37, Tennessee. Receiving in the blue of post 2, number 29, Owello. And we're just waiting for a second judge because we like to do everything with 2 judges. 2 judges are good. On this size court, you need 2 judges. Manuel's here. We're ready to begin. And he waved. There's the serve. We begin game 3. Catch on the forehand of Tennessee. Tennessee throws it hard to the inside. Vuelo's there. Vuelo, low and hard, stays inside. Tennessee, it wasn't pretty, but he held on to it beautifully. That's a 2-wall attempt. Lands about 6 inches out of play. Point's going to go to the 1. Tennessee first up on the board in our 3rd game. In this matchup, Tennessee serves to the white shirt of post 3. Here's CRB. Good catch by Tennessee. Low, hard backhand. That scores point 1. Stop apologizing, Darryl. We know you wanted to get out of the way. You did fine. Now serve it good. Up next, green shirt at post 4. We have Juice. What a great forehand rebote by Tennessee. His positioning was perfect. That ball came right to the side wall. He was there. Just got it back. Well played. Point 1. 1 on the board with 3 points. Here's the black shirt at post 5. This matchup has Jedden receiving. Jedden from the forehand comes strong, keeps it away from the overhead screen. Tennessee, 2-wall rebote. Not enough. That hit the pad, and the pad is bad. Point 5. In this matchup, Jedden will serve to the yellow shirt of post 6. Here's Fred. It's a hard backhand throw by Fred. It's a nice rebote effort by Jedden. A little too close to the side wall. His return went out of play. Point 6. In this matchup, Fred will serve to the pink shirt of post 7. Receiving is Legend. Over serve, ball must land between the 4 and 7 line. That one past the 7. This point goes to the 7. Legend has a point. Here now to complete the first round and receive. Wearing the purple shirt at post 8 is El Barba. Ball tipped off the serve, point 7. That completes the first round of play. All matchups are now worth 2 points through the end of the game. First to return in the second round, Vuelo. Good catch by Vuelo off a hard serve by Legend. Good catch by Legend. Vuelo from the 10 line. Legend gets into position to make that rebote. Vuelo moves up on the ball, makes the catch, sends it back. It scores going off the side of Legend Cesta, point 2. 2 serves, the returning 3 post. Here's CRB. Scoop attempt tipped on the forehand of Vuelo, point 3. This matchup has CRB serving to the green shirt at post 4. Juice. Juice from the 12 line. Hard over the top to the inside. CRB wild on that rebote. Out of play, point 4. Juice has 2 points. He serves. The returning 1 post in the red shirt is Tennessee. Tennessee moving up to make the catch. It's a hard backhand. Juice for the rebote. It's a nice rebote play from the forehand of Juice. Good catch by Juice. Nice backhand. Tennessee's there midcourt. Hard throw to the inside. Juice looking for the rebote. Nope. Point one. Possible game point for the red shirt of post 1, Tennessee. On the court, trying to stop him in the black shirt of post 5, Jedin. Jedin from the left side. Rebote left side by Tennessee. Here's Jedin. Tennessee passes on the scoop, goes for a difficult rebote, but missed it. 0.5. Play continues in our third game. Returning to the court is Fred. Strong backhand throw by Fred. Jedin at the 6th line. Hard rebote to the inside. That scores beautifully. Well thrown by Jedin. 0.5. Possible game point for the black shirt of post 5. Jedin trying to stop him. El Barba. El Barba from the left side. Rebote by Jedin. Will score for the win. Point and game to the black shirt of post 5, Jedin. Jedin wins it. 1 comes in second. 4-way playoff for third place. 7 serves 2, then 3 will serve 4. Wello with a hard thrown forehand, caught in the air by Legend. Strong backhand throw by Vuelo. Legend's there. Good catch by Vuelo midcourt. Low and hard on the backhand. Rebote left side. Hook to the pad. 0.2. 3 now serves 4. The winner of this point meets 2 in the continuing playoff for show. 3 serves 4. Rebote left side by CRB. Juice. Cortada. CRB going for it on the right side. Missed it. 0.4. 2 serves to 4. This is a playoff for third place. Over serve. Point and show post 4, Juice. Unofficial order finish 5-1-4. Your prices will be up in a moment. Coming in first, post 5, Jedin. Taking second, post 1, Tennessee. Coming in third, post 4, Juice. 5-1-4 is the official order finish. First number for today's High Five, the number 5. And we'll have your prices up on the board in just a moment. There's your moment. $2 quinella, that's first and second in any order, so that's 1-5 or 5-1, $14.60. The trifecta, 5-1-4, $99. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, Game 4, a spectacular 7 singles match. Play to 7 points. Points will double after the first round of play. Another specialty wagers up, the Pick 3. Correctly pick the winners of Games 4, 5, and 6 to play today's Pick 3. That begins up next. There are no scratches in our 4th game. And post time is just 7. That's 7 minutes away.
And folks, you just saw that recap for the doubles duel prior to that 3rd game. I want to thank the winner of the fantasy contest last week for donating his prize money to that winning doubles pair of Bueno and Bradley. Very generous donation there, and they deserve the...
To us?
Not to us.
No, I was.
We got to get a better
to
agent.
us.
Yeah.
It's got nothing to do with the agent. It's got to do with the customers. I told I was nothing.
Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing. They donated there to the winning pair, Bueno and Bradley, but thank you again.
That's absolutely fantastic.
Awesome
I mean,
to see.
when you think about our fan base and how people have grown with us since year one, and someone who wins $250 and says, you know what, the players worked hard for it, I'd like to give it back to them, and went by, and his registration name was, I believe, Almorza, was it not?
Yeah.
And so Almorza, a famous highlight player,
Sure.
played in the, I believe, late 60s, throughout the 70s, into the 80s at Miami and Tampa. And, of course, he had a nickname. Now, you know, Scott's a big fan of nicknames.
Yeah.
So Almorza was a big guy, and what they call him? Big Al.
There he is. Maybe that's why that's the inspiration behind the name. Maybe because we can see the names that we emailed them. Definitely,
Was a much loved. He was a much loved player. So fantasy player Almorza donating the money to our players who won it. I think that's absolutely fantastic. Thank you.
Awesome there again. We thank you for that. And if you'd like to play, we have our regular fantasy back for this week number 13. How it works. We have a new contest. Well, player prices, stats, information, all that is updated every week. So there's new contests available every single week here. For this week number 13, because we're still going singles only, you had $21, a fictitious $21 budget to build the best roster of 3 singles players possible. Each of the guys on the roster here have a different monetary price value there from $2 to $10, with the higher value players being some of the better guys. You got Ron is a $10 value, Douglas is a $9 value, and then the names like you have Lamonti was 2, and I think Fred there was 3, some of the lower values. And so you basically just try to build the best roster you can. You get 5 points for every win, 3 points per place, 2 points per show, and 1 point per quad finish that your player earns throughout the week. And then at the end of the week, the person with the most points gets a special prize courtesy of Magic City. And something we started here a few weeks ago is that if we had 100 active players, we're going to give away $100 as well, real cash money to that fantasy winner. So we'll update you between the performances. We'll let you know before the start of that afternoon performance here if we will have $100 on the line. We had 122 that participated in that special fantasy contest for the doubles duel, which was a record of just total people, I think, playing for the first time. You know, you had to pick one team, you had to post a score, so we had over 120 people that did that, so hopefully we'll be over 100 there, and add another $100 to the fantasy winner for this week. We know that some of you may be curious about the ownership percentages of some of the guys this week, with Douglas being back. Put him as a $9 value, and the public was all over it. Owned in about 32% of the entries. That's Douglas. By far the highest ownership percentage of anyone there.
Well, anyone who's doing the logic on that is saying Douglas is not leading for the first time ever.
Yeah.
And he's known as being a very nice guy. He's known as being a very polite guy. He's also intense, and he knows exactly where he is in that lineup. Yeah. So, yeah, he's been out, but let's see how he comes back. Yeah. He's going to be fighting for those 14 games.
Yeah, public certainly knows that. And he's got a couple more games than normal, too. You see, he's usually been playing about 2 or 3 games. Today, he's in games 5, 7, 8, and 9. So he's getting 4 games in the matinee. I think 4 games as well in the afternoon. So people also noticing that as well. Going down the line here, Bueno was actually the second highest, his ownership percentage, just under 25%. Then going down the line here, we had Ron over 20%, El Barba right at 20%. We talked about it. I mean, a guy that seems to be the difference every week, El Barba, in fantasy, just racks up the points. May not do it all in the win column, but placing and showing, and you see those certainly add up. He's been the difference for a couple weeks now. Carballo, 15%. Bradley, just under, about 14%. You got Anderluck, 12%. Kubala, 12%. Jedden, 10%. CRB, Ben, Legend, Ikeda, Lamonti, Vuelo, Juice, Fred, all those guys are under 10% there. So Douglas, Bueno, Ron, El Barba, if you have any of those guys out there, some of the more common picks. And if you took Jedden there, already 2 wins for him out of the gates to it. Pretty impressive start back for him.
No question about it. Jedden's going to look at that. He understands he's playing in these early games, that he's got an opportunity there. He knows he needs to take advantage of it.
Yeah.
Absolutely knows he needs to take advantage of it.
Yeah, and he slipped back there in the standings. One of the guys, I mean, he missed, I think, a couple weeks at the beginning of the season as well. So he hasn't played nearly the full schedule some of these other guys, and Jedden right there squarely in the middle of the pack. He has 16 singles victories this season. That's including the 2 he has today. Only 128 games played, and that's actually some of the lowest totals on the roster now. So, and Jedden, as you said, playing in these early games, look for him to continue to rack up those victories.
We have less than a minute till we begin Game 4. Game 4 is now just less than a minute away. That's Game 4 and the Pick 3. Both start in just about 30 seconds. We're ready to begin Game 4, a spectacular 7 singles match. Play to 7 points. Points will double after the first round of play. Game 4 begins today's Pick 3. Serving in the red shirt of Post 1, we have number 37, Tennessee. In this first matchup, Tennessee serves to the blue of Post 2, number 15, Legend. Tennessee serves. We begin Game 4. Good catch by Tennessee. Nice backhand. That's a hard backhand. Rabote coming all the way out. Tennessee switch from the left to the right. Maybe should have stayed with the left. Missed it. Point 2. Legend first up on the board in our 4th game. White shirt to Post 3. El Barba receives. In and out of the cesta the ball goes. Point 2. Now receiving the green shirt of Post 4, Fred. There's that Cortada serve. That's going to score for Legend. Point 2. Point 2. On the board with 4 points. Here's Post 6, CRB. Good catch by CRB. Nice backhand. Legend going for Rabote. He made it. It's a 2-all. CRB stops it. Cortada. Picked off on the forehand of Legend deep. And it scores on the return. That's a well-played point for Legend. Point 2. Legend's gone 5 straight points. He serves to the pink shirt of Post 7. In this matchup, we have Vuelo receiving. Point 2. Straight points to a possible game point here for Post 2, Legend. Trying to stop him, Post 8, Jedden. Good catch by Jedden. There's a nice backhand. Rabote's up. Legend plays it soft. Soft enough to score. That's a Dejada forehand. Rabote flirting with the pad, but made it for the point and a perfect game to the blue of Post 2, Legend. 2 wins it. Long playoff. 4 second and third place. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 8 played to 6 points. 1 first serves to 3. Overserve, point 3. Receiving, green shirt to post 4, Fred. It's a strong backhand by Fred. Nice rebote. That was going out, but was tipped before it went out. That point goes to the 3. Possible place point here for El Barba. Trying to stop him, Juice. El Barba, forehand rebote. Takes the big bounce and scores. Point and place to El Barba in the wide of post 3. 6-7, 8-1, 4 and 5 will pair off and play off for show. 6 first serves to 7. Strong backhand scores for Vuelo, point 7. 8 now serves to 1. It's a strong forehand throw by Jedden. 2-all rebote thrown hard by Tennessee. Jedden stops it. Jedden Carambola stopped on the forehand of Tennessee. Hard throw by Tennessee. That's a tough rebote. But Jedden made an excellent effort to try to get that to the front wall. Point goes to the 1. 4 now serves to 5. The winner of this point will meet 7 and 1 in the continuing playoff for 3rd place. It's a great serve by Fred. Reverse 2-all. It's going to score for Juice, point 5. 7, 1, and 5 remain in this playoff for 3rd place. 7 serves to 1. Strong backhand by Tennessee into the Chula. Came out enough to be played for the rebote. Not an easy rebote, though. Point 1. 1 on the board with 4 points. Tennessee will now serve to Juice. You're welcome. Juice makes the catch. There's the backhand. Scoop by Tennessee. A hard throw is going to come out to the rebote. Tennessee misread it. Point and a 3rd place finish for post 1 Tennessee. Unofficial order finish 2-3-1. Results from Game 4 are official. Coming in first, post 2, Legend. Taking second, post 3, El Barba. Coming in third, post 1, Tennessee. And the first number for today's pick 3 is the number 2. There are your prices. $2 quinella. That's first and second in any order, so that's 2-3 or 3-2, $23.60. Trifecta 2-3-1, $156.60. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, is game number 5, a spectacular 7 singles match. Play to 7 points. Points double after the first round of play. Game 5 will provide the second number for today's Pick 3. Post time for game number 5 is 7 minutes away.
Imagine the perfect mixture of athletics, spectacle, and speed. Jai-Alai.
Let's design a Conan O'Brien or Conan superhero.
Sure.
Oven mitts. Maybe there's some steam coming off the mitts because I took a focaccia out of the oven. Oh, a Jai-Alai glove in the other one. That'd be great.
Have you ever played Jai-Alai?
Actually lacrosse, but it's Jai-Alai for white people.
I'm Johnny Nacho, this is Steve O. This is Jai-Alai.
Jai-Alai is like handball, only you fling the ball and catch the ball with this basket thing. It's more complicated than that. And dangerous. It's got the same fingerprint as baseball, only better. A special stadium called a fronton. And you can sit real close, which is a thrill because the ball goes 175 miles an hour.
I can serve this pelota almost 200 miles an hour.
Big whoop, that little squishy. Jesus, is this made of limestone?
It's a dangerous game, amigo.
It's called a cesta. It's made of reeds from the Pyrenees. The ball is called a pelota.
A lightning ball.
Oh, good God.
And now 5 minutes away till we get into game number 5. And looking at the entries here for this 5th game, a little bit different maybe. Sort of start of the year, you clearly had early, middle feature games, but games 5 through 9 you see here, you got going down the list, Bradley, Ikeda, Anderluck, Ben, El Barba, Douglas, Legend, Bueno there, so a lot of really good names. The only few that are missing, you see Carballo, Kubala, and then Ron. So you get, pretty much all the feature guys there in those last 4 games. And Stu, I mean, what do you expect from these guys? A couple of them have been out for a while, but I mean, a pretty salty bunch, using Paulie's word there now that everyone's back and playing against each other, and a lot less wins to go around for this group.
Part of what we talked about earlier is that when someone's been out for a bit, how does that affect when they come back? The longer someone's been playing Jai-Alai overall, just generally, the less effect an absence has, unless of course it's an injury that affects how they play, the less effect it has on how they play when they come back, because consistency develops over time. The fact that we're only in our 3rd year, when you take someone like Douglas, who's now been out over a month, Ikeda, who's now been out over a month, it could have an effect. Now, someone did pointed out earlier, why would last week we have gone with Anderluck in the earliest games when he did first come back? Why wouldn't we do that with Douglas? It wouldn't make sense. Douglas may be off somewhat. We'll see here in a minute. We don't know. He has practiced. He doesn't look like he's off in the practices. He's lost some weight. He's not feeling as strong as he normally does. So the thing that we've talked about technique-wise that we're looking for Douglas is more focus on placement of the ball. Make the catches like he does nicely, and then throw the ball where your opponent's not, as opposed to just worrying about power throwing it to the inside. Change your game up a little bit until you feel more comfortable with it. And it wouldn't make any sense to put Douglas in the first or second game. Just doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So, the 5th game's good enough. Is early enough? Is enough
game
for him
number
to
5.
start?
Yeah, that's like a little AAA. Get a little rehab start there, and then as we said, you still have those features true features to close it out there. Games really 7, 8, and 9 now are all pretty much. I mean, you got those names there: Carballo, Kubala, Douglas, Ikeda, Bueno, Ben. And then Bradley's going to get his shot against this full group as well, so that'll be interesting to see that more in games 7, 8, and 9, but you'll get your first dose of him here in this 5th game.
2 minutes. We have 2 minutes remaining before we begin game 5. It's interesting. There was some earlier talk in the chat about the length of the traditional courts, and one of the complaints first year was small court highlight and not regulation and not real and not all this other stuff. And so you've often heard me say Miami's 176, Dania's 178, Mexico City's over 200. I mean, it's you have some gigantic courts, but it was an interesting question before. If I'm not mistaken, all the World Highlight courts, that's Miami, Tampa, Fort Pierce, Ocala, and Hartford, because Hartford was World Highlight in the beginning, they were all at 176.
I was going to say, is there a
They were at
standard
76.
length?
Now the Dania-Milford connection, when it was first built, so Dania, the winter facility, Milford, the summer facility, so that would have been based on the Dania model, which would have been probably 2 feet longer. Bridgeport, I don't know.
Yeah.
Bridgeport, I have no idea, since that was an independent company. Probably somewhere between the two. And the overhead screens being lower. Miami was definitely a court constructed specifically for strong four-handed players. You had to be able to get the ball back on that court, not by lofting it, but just by throwing it hard above your opponent's head.
Yeah, and obviously we talk about kind of the difference from here compared to Miami. What's the difference? I mean, you go to the Mexico City, you're saying that's over 200. What's the difference you go from a court like Dania to a 200 plus length court? I mean, is the difference, as sizable, or how does it?
I don't know, so I don't want to say it's over 200. It's considerably longer, and there's less oxygen there too. Yeah, there's a big difference, especially when you're playing to try to hit the chick-chack and chula.
Yeah, totally different with how hard you're trying
different
to throw
strategy,
it.
trying to put it over his head, trying to get it into the crack so it doesn't feed the rebote. It's all different. It's all different. We're ready to begin Game 5, a spectacular 7 singles match played to 7 points. Points double after the first round of play. Serving in the red shirt at post 1, we have Bragley. Receiving in blue post 2, Ikeda. Bragley serves. We begin Game 5. Scoop on the forehand of Ikeda. Ikeda with the hard throw. Bragley's there. Scoop on the forehand of Ikeda. He looks to pass this to Rebote to the inside. That ball came perfectly out of the Rebote to the side wall where it scored. This first point goes to the 2. That'll bring to the court the white shirt at post 3. Here's Anderluck. Ikeda from the 8 line. Point 2. And this next matchup, we have Ikeda serving to the green shirt at post 4. Here's Ben. Low and hard from the forehand of Ben. Ikeda's there. He goes deep. Rebote left side. Did not clear the overhead screen. Point 2. 2 on the board with 3 points. Here's the black shirt at post 5. El Barba receives. Ikeda on the forehand at the 10 line. El Barba picks up a great catch on the forehand. Ikeda from the left side. Point 2. That's 4 straight points for Ikeda. On the court, ready to receive the yellow shirt at post 6, Douglas. Low, hard backhand by Douglas. Rebote by Ikeda. Douglas makes the catch on the forehand. Catch by Ikeda. Strong forehand rebote by Douglas. Ikeda's there. Good effort by Douglas to try to make that rebote. That was a beautiful throw by Ikeda. Low to the inside, not coming out. Point 2. Ikeda has 5 points. He serves to the pink shirt of post 7 in this matchup. Legend receives. That ball missed by Legend off the serve. Point 2. Straight points to a possible game point here for post 2. Ikeda trying to stop him. Purple shirt of post 8. Bueno. Rebote forehand by Ikeda. Bueno steps back, makes the catch. Catch by Ikeda. Here's Bueno from the left side. He goes deep. Outside placement of the forehand rebote. A good shot to throw. It's just out. Point 8. Play continues. That was an excellent 6 straight points for post 2, Ikeda. Play continues. First round's complete. All matchups are now worth 2 points. Spragley receives. Spragley from the forehand. Over the top. Bueno's there. Costado to the outside. Scores point 8. 8 on the board with 3 points. Here's post 3. The white shirt. Anderluck receives. Anderluck from the left side. Here's Bueno from the 8 line. Nice forehand rebote. Caught by Anderluck. Carom by Anderluck does not cut out, but it's out enough to score. Point 3. Ben returns in the green of post 4. Nice rebote save by Ben. He keeps it in play. Here's Anderluck at the 3 line. He throws the carom to score. That's beautifully played. Point 3. Anderluck has 4 points in this matchup. He serves to El Barba. El Barba from the forehand. Here's Anderluck. There's another carom by Anderluck. El Barba read it, stopped it, returns it hard. Juggling. Ball was in and out of Anderluck Cesta. Point 5. Play continues as El Barba serves to Douglas in the yellow of post 6. It's a nice forehand rebote by El Barba right on the wall. Douglas is there. Great catch by El Barba. Powerful backhand. Catch by El Barba. He was winding up. Dropped it. Point 6. Douglas has 2 points. He serves to the pink shirt of post 7. In this matchup, Legend receives. Catch by Douglas midcourt. There's the hard throw. That scores. Point 6. Douglas has 4 points, but returning with possible game point is post 2, Catch by Douglas. Long carom. Stopped on the forehand of Ikeda. Wow. Judge Norge got out of the way beautifully with that one. Backhand 2-all. Goes way to the outside. Ikeda goes for the diving save. Can't quite make the rebote. That's a well-played point by Ikeda and Douglas. Point 6. Possible game point for post 6, Douglas. Trying to stop him, post 1, Bragley. Douglas for the rebote. Hard thrown to the inside. Bragley's there. Point 1. Bragley has 2 points in this matchup. The purple of post 8 receives. This is Bueno. Bueno from the forehand. There's a carom. Does not cut out. Bragley's got it to the outside. Bragley's carom lands wide and off the court, point 8. Possible game point for the purple shirt at post 8, Bueno. Trying to stop him, post 4, Ben. Here's Ben from the 10 line on the backhand. Real hard backhand into the Chula and scoring, point 4. Ben has 2 points. Receiving with 3 points. 4 points, rather. Post 3. Anderluck. Picada by Anderluck. Gets way up. Ben stops it. And a great catch. Returns a beautiful forehand. Anderluck on the carom. That's going to score. Point 3. Possible game point for post 3. Anderluck trying to stop him. Post 5. El Barba. El Barba with a good catch. There's a nice backhand. Anderluck ruled to have tipped that ball first time around. Point 5. Play continues. El Barba has 4 points. This matchup has Legend receiving. Under serve. Ball must land between the 4 and 7 line. That fell short of the 4. This point goes to the 7. Legends on the board with 2 points. Returning with possible game point second time round is Ikeda. There's the Cortada serve. Ikeda stops it. Hard return on the forehand. That scores for the win. Point end game. Blue shirt of post 2. Ikeda. Six serves to 3. Playoff for second and third place. It's a beautiful serve by Douglas. Anderluck's return goes to the overhead screen. Point, second place finish to post 6, 3 shows. Unofficial order finish, 2-6-3. Results are official. Coming in first, post 2, Ikeda. Taking second, post 6, Douglas. Coming in third, post 3, Anderluck. 2-6-3 is the official order finish for Game 5, and your prices are up. $2 Quinella 2-6, that's 2-6 or 6-2, first and second in any order. $11.60. Trifecta, the public all over this one. 2-6-3, $52.80. Up next, Game 6. Spectacular 7 singles match. Play to 7 points. Points double after the first round of play. Game 6 will close out today's Pick 3. Post time for Game 6, 7 minutes away.
And folks, before we get into game number 6 here, in case we have any fans who might have missed this explanation video, at the top of the program, well, here it is again to explain in simpler terms how this game of highlight here is played. Have a look.
The main rule of highlight is simple. Players must catch and return the ball in one fluid motion. Sounds easy enough, right? So how do you win? You can win a matchup simply if your opponent overserves, underserves, or serves the ball out of bounds. On the flip side, your opponent wins the matchup if the serve is so good that you fail to catch and return the ball to the front wall. If your opponent fails to catch the ball before it bounces twice on the ground, or if your opponent's cesta makes contact with the ball but doesn't catch it, then, in both of those cases, you win the matchup. You can also win a matchup if the ball bounces around in your opponent's cesta during an attempted catch. This is called juggling, and it's illegal in highlight. Another way to win a matchup is if your opponent throws the ball and it lands out of bounds on its return from the wall. The overall game strategy for a highlight player is to make it difficult for an opponent to reach the ball in time or to execute a rebuttal play.
Five minutes now till we get into that 6th game, and let's update you on the standings, because the last time you saw some of these faces here, that leaderboard looked a little bit different than it does today, so giving you a look here from the top down, Ron in first place with 47 wins. Ron has, I think he had, 25? I think he had exactly 25, maybe even over 25 these past few weeks, and just playing flawless highlight. Obviously, maybe a little bit above some of the competition there, but still, you got to go out there, you got to make those catches, you got to win those games, so take nothing away from Ron. He has jumped out to first place. He's in a comfortable lead now. In second place, you have Bueno. He is at 39 wins. So Ron, 8-game lead over first now. And then rounding out the top 3, you have Douglas in that third and final bonus money slot. He's at 34 wins. So 47, 39, 34, the top 3. Douglas is 13 games behind Ron now. And, I mean, look, both him and Ikeda came out of the gates there in that 5th game. Looked particularly good. Both of them had a couple of chances there to take. Well, Douglas had one chance. Ikeda with a couple. He finally got the win there. But look, I mean, the top of this leaderboard, as we said now, I mean, I'm just looking at it. You got Kubala's 1 win behind Douglas. Ikeda's just a couple behind Kubala. Ben 1 behind Ikeda. Carballo a couple behind Ben. El Barba a few behind him. And then Anderluck a few behind. So everyone is right on each other's tail right now. As we said here, we talked about, it's going to be a great finish to this season with everyone close to the top of this leaderboard, but 13-game lead for Ron over Douglas now. But we saw there, looks like, I mean, look, you said Douglas maybe not back to 100%, but looked, pretty darn good for being at maybe 90% there. And
saw some timing issues.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's probably hard to get used to the court. It's a little fast out there for the first time in a while, so that's got to take a couple games to get used to.
Well, and he also hasn't played against Bragley. Bragley, he has not played against Bragley in singles. But Ikeda looked fine the whole time.
I was going to say, he came out there. Those high scoops are particularly tough with the timing and getting up there. I mean, he made those look...
Ikeda looked terrific there.
Yeah, particularly easy.
And look at some of these will pays for this pick 3, $2,064. My goodness.
As we said, you see maybe if anyone has that high 5, as we said, for that as well, going to be probably over 4,500, certainly over 4,000 for that. So a couple big payoffs here for the first time back in a while.
And I think that, in that fantasy program the other night, that Almores has set a good standard here. So someone hits that 5,000, I believe that it should be donated to the announcers booth here at Magic City. And you can send it to me, and I'll make sure that Andrew gets his hat.
I was going to say, yeah.
Do people know that tipping's permitted? I mean, I don't know if we've tipping of your announcer staff is permitted.
Very, very much so here. Yeah, you got your favorite player. You probably have a favorite announcer. Yeah, we'll take it.
No, we don't want to go there. No, we don't want to go there.
No, we are.
I can't handle that much negative feedback.
I gotta say, Stu, I mean, when you were out there for a few weeks, the amount of positive feedback about you, I mean,
you was fantastic. Even I was listening to you, and I usually turn the volume off when I watch highlight. not highlight here. That was the last few years. But no, you were absolutely terrific. The way you've adjusted to this the last 2 years has been actually wonderful to watch.
Yeah, and look, as you said, there's no one I'd rather be doing it with you, and it's a great team. Obviously, everyone on this roster is a whole team, but I feel like we got it down pretty good back here, and we appreciate doing it. Also, a new feature for those of you at home, you see those lower panels right along the side wall there. They were not painted. Looks like, I don't know if those are new panels out there, but a lack of ball marks out there. So
no, they've been cleaned.
Yeah, no Magic City bounces here.
Just clean.
Don't want to jinx it there, but looks good. Yeah, court looks good. Everything. We're
there
back.
There will still be Magic City bounces. There, just from a viewer standpoint, you should be able to see the ball a little bit better when it's going on when it's going there along the lower part of the panel.
Yeah, you can really see that's a distinct dark green compared to what it was.
We're ready to begin game number 6, a spectacular 7 singles match. Played to 7 points. Points double after the first round of play.
Game time.
Game 6 closes out today's pick 3 serving. On the red shirt of post 1, we have Bragley receiving the blue post 2, Bueno. These guys look kind of serious. Even back here, they do.
Yeah, not a lot of chatter today.
Yeah, it's not a lot of chit chat. There's the serve. We begin game 6. Good catch by Bueno. Bueno back to the inside. Here's Bragley from the 10 line. Good catch by Bueno. He goes deep. Ball dropped by Bragley. Point 2. Bueno first up on the board in our 6th game. In our next matchup, we have Bueno serving to the white shirt at post 3, number 23, Ikeda. Ball tipped off the serve, point 2. Bueno now serves to the green shirt at post 4. Here's CRB. CRB comes over the top. Bueno from the forehand. Nice throw. Good catch by CRB. Did not have control over that backhand. Got rid of it too quick and threw it into the pad. Point 2. Ron receives. Black shirt at post 5. Powerful backhand by Ron sends the rebote out to the 7 line. Beautiful rebote thrown by Bueno. Ron's there. Ron goes deep. Rebote, overhead screen, point 5. In our next matchup, we have Ron serving to the yellow shirt of post 6. Here's Kubala. Difficult rebote save by Ron. Here's Kubala. Hard throw to the inside. Ron has a good catch at the 11 line. Equally good catch by Kubala at the 9 line. Rebote forehand. Kubala catches it in the air. Sends it back. Rebote left side. Hard to the inside. Kubala forehand. Rebote nicely played. Ron goes deep. Rebote left side by Kubala. Ron makes the catch. Low and hard. Stopped in a beautiful catch by Kubala. Robote at the 8 line. Turn from the left side of Ron. Forehand Robote by Ron. Scoop by Kubala. Forehand Robote by Kubala. Kubala unable to turn the 2-all right there, but he is able to get it back. Ron sends it deep. Kubala. Robote to the inside. Good catch by Kubala. He holds on to it. Robote missed. That's a well-played point by Kubala and Ron. Point goes to the 6. Oh, even Ben's applauding. Wow. Don't see that often. Well played. In this matchup, Kubala serves to the pink shirt of post 7. Ben. Ben with low, hard backhand taken in the air by Kubala. Ben goes to the floor. He made the save. And it's scored. Point 7. Here now to complete the first round and receive purple shirt at post 8, Carballo. Robote forehand by Ben. Hook to the lower pad. Point 8. That completes the first round of play. All points are now double. First to return in the second round is Bragley, the red shirt of post 1. Powerful throw by Bragley. Carballo looks for the forehand Robote. Point 1. Here's the white shirt of post 3, Ikeda. Ikeda from the left side. Bragley on the catch. Big backhand. This Robote coming all the way out. Nice Robote turn from the left side of Ikeda. Ikeda with a missed Robote. Point 1. Bragley's on the board with 4 points, serving to post 4, CRB. CRB low and hard. Gets by Bragley and scores. Point 4. CRB has 2 points in this matchup. He serves to the returning 2 post, Bueno. Big backhand by Bueno. Robote left side by CRB. It's a 2-all. Does not cut out. Bueno takes it in the air. Throws it hard to the inside. Difficult Robote. Saved by CRB. It's a good catch by CRB. Hard throw to the inside and a good catch by Bueno. CRB from the 9 line. He goes deep. Robote left side to the outside. What a pickup by CRB. He holds on to it beautifully. What a catch and throw by CRB we just saw. CRB goes for the Robote save. That is a really well-played point by these 2 players, and great effort by CRB. Point goes to the 2. Possible game point here for Bueno in the blue of post 2. Trying to stop him, Ron. Powerful backhand throw by Ron. Rebote comes low to Bueno, and out it goes, 0.5. Ron has 3 points in this matchup. He serves to Kubala, who returns in the yellow shirt of post 6. Powerful backhand by Kubala, but that touched the overhead screen. That's out of play, 0.5. Possible game point here for the black shirt of post 5, Ron. Trying to stop him. Post 7, Ben. Good catch by Ben. Low, hard backhand taken in the air by Ron. Ron with a hop makes the catch. Ben hangs in there, makes a nice rebote. Here's Ron. Hard to the inside. And it scores for the win. Point and game. Black shirt of post 5, Ron. No playoff here. 5 wins it. 2 places, 1 shows. Unofficial order finish. 5-2-1. Results from Game 6 are official. Coming in first, post 5, Ron. Taking second, post 2, Bueno. Coming in third, post 1, Bragley. 5-2-1 is the official order of finish for Game 6. And here are your prices. The $2 pick 3, 225. All 3 numbers returning $412.80. The $2 Quinella, that's 2-5 or 5-2, $19.20. Trifecta, that's a first, second, and third place finish. 5-2-1, $197.20. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, is game number 7, a spectacular 7 singles match. Played to 7 points. Points will double after the first round of play. Game 7 also closes out today's high 5. Post time for Game 7 is just 5 minutes away. And I guess here in just a second, we're going to see the will pays for that high 5.
If anyone has that jackpot winning ticket still available, as we said here, should be over 4,000, over 4,500, and there it is.
Wow, several of them are live.
Wow.
1, 2, 4, or 8 are all alive.
He's going to guess Douglas, Ron, Kubala, and Ikeda. So 1, 2, 4, and 8 that was, Stu? Yeah. 1, 2, 4, 8.
4, 8. $4,820.
Remind me of Hustle City, man. Everybody got more than one gig. One stop, boy, $20.
I'm not your neighborhood Uber driver. I do luxury. And then I have another job. I play highlight.
I have this crazy idea. Do you think we could send something out to all the ex-athletes for the last 20 years and say, we're looking to hire and train highlight players?
When I first got the email, I thought it was pranking me.
I need some clarity on this.
I went on YouTube and I Googled highlight.
I was like, Jai-Alai.
They paying us, man, and we can win big money.
Let me see what this is all about.
That's what you gotta do. Get some money.
The players taking the court are all athletes you may recognize.
Baseball, football, track and field.
Having the work, played Division I sport, and then I had a child on the way, so I dropped out.
The crack era was tough. Sports in general was a way out of our environment.
It's really game time now, man.
Blood, sweat, and tears.
We got the streets on fire.
This is gonna be the first time that my kids will be able to sit in the audience and root for their father.
Who wants it more?
This is a sacrifice I think is going to pay off in the end.
This is a dream for me.
I got to win.
Can't get drama better than this.
Highlight became the new hustle.
Let's get ready to play.
And folks, that was a trailer for the award-winning documentary Magic City Hustle about the start of the highlight program here at Magic City just a couple of years ago. And if you'd like to watch that for yourself there, head on over to MagicCityCasino.com. Under the highlight tab, there's a hyperlink that'll take you to the website, or just go MagicCityHustle.com directly into your browser. Either way you do it, you'll get to the same page where you can make a purchase of that documentary. Full-length documentary, might we add there, full 2 hours. And that's a $5 purchase, and from there you can enjoy it as many times as you like.
And a question came in asking about the gentleman sitting to my right. Well, first of all, I'm glad that people figured out who I am.
they got the order back.
Even though I try to sit as low as I possibly can back here. But no, the person, if
that's
you're facing the camera, the lime green,
sticks out,
the lime green golf shirt, that is none other than Juan Ramon Arrasate, known as Ara to Miami fans.
And I heard he could play pretty well back in his day.
Not just pretty well. He played great. He played some of the best singles that's ever been played. And played on some phenomenal played late games on some phenomenal rosters too.
Yeah.
I mean, the matchups between him and a guy named, we'll say it quietly, Michelena. The matchups between he and Michelena were absolutely legendary at Miami. He was there as Joey. As Joey left Miami, Ara stepped up to number one. Ara played in Hartford.
Yeah.
A couple seasons. Ara was something else to watch. So so sitting my right in the lime green shirt is Juan Ramon Arrasate, Ara the First, not to be confused with Carlos Arrasate, who's played a number of partidos and played at Orlando and Tampa.
Any relation?
His brother.
How about that?
His brother.
That would be. Yeah.
Carlos did play at Miami one. I was going to ask how many. I know he played at least one season there, but I think he went from there to Tampa and then from Tampa to Orlando.
And then back in the day, I mean, when he was playing, how many games would he get? Would he even enter the building before game 8?
I don't know. We used to start. No, we'd start at 7 at the evening performances, and on Friday and Saturday nights in the 90s anyway. In the 90s. We would have 14 games Friday and Saturday night. Now, in the 70s and 80s, 12 or 13, but Saturday night you'd have a special partido, but there were more people, so you had to have a longer betting period in between games. So that's why the games went on then.
Right.
So it's all different little things that change stuff like that. But no, we wouldn't leave that building before 12:30.
I was going to say, 14 games we have.
And he played, and to answer your question, he played one singles game. He played the championship singles and 3 doubles games. Championship singles, championships doubles, and 2 other doubles games, 4 games a night.
Yeah,
those were feature games.
Yeah, talk about having some pressure in those singles games. I mean, these guys here get a couple, and it's hard enough to get mentally focused. Imagine just going out there. You got one shot. You could be playing out of post 5. Maybe you miss 2 balls all night, and that's it for your singles.
Back then, when they did handicapping too, those top players never played out of the 5s and anything but the 5, 6, or 7. and when you talk to all highlight players, you never met a highlight player that ever played in the 1 post.
No, never.
We're ready to begin game number 7, a spectacular 7 singles match. Play to 7 points. Points double after the first round of play. If you're alive for this high 5, good luck to you, of course. Serving in the red shirt of post 1, Douglas. Receiving in the blue of post 2, Ikeda. And we will wait to have one more judge. And there is Manuel. We're ready to begin. Douglas serves. Game 7 has begun. Good catch by Ikeda. Did not have control of the ball and dropped it. Point 1. White shirt at post 3 receives. Here's Bueno. Rebote forehand by Douglas. He turns that hard. Bueno's there. Catch by Douglas. Powerful, powerful backhand. Caught in the air by Bueno. Douglas from the 9 line. Mid-court placement. Looked like he was going outside with it. That is a carom that does not cut out. Douglas is there. Low and hard throw. Bueno almost gets whacked in the face, but didn't. That's the important thing. He stayed safe. Point one. Green shirt at post 4. Ron receives. Powerful backhand by Ron. Robote to the inside by Douglas. Robote missed by Ron. Point one. Douglas has 3 points. He serves to the black shirt at post 5. Here's Ben. Robote by Ben. It's a 2-all. It does cut out somewhat. Douglas is on it. That return scores point one. Douglas has 4 points. He serves to the yellow shirt at post 6. Here's Anderluck. Ball dropped off the serve, point one. 5 straight points for Douglas. In this matchup, he will serve to the pink shirt of post 7, Carballo. Serve crossing the side wall just behind the 12 line and scoring point one. Straight points to a possible game point here for the red shirt of post 1. Douglas trying to stop him is Kubala. Nice backhand off the serve by Kubala. Strong forehand Robote taken in the air by Kubala. Robote left side by Douglas. Beautifully played to the inside. Kubala saves the Robote. Douglas from the left side. Nice catch. Hard throw. Robote coming all the way to the 5 line. Kubala not able to turn it. That is point and a perfect game out of the red shirt of post 1 for Douglas. 1 wins it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 will play off for second and third place to 6 points. 2 first serves to 3. Ikeda plays it to the inside. Robote by Bueno. Here's Ikeda. Scoop attempt missed. Point 2. Ron receives. Powerful backhand by Ron. Robote left side by Ron. Catch by Ikeda. Carom by Ikeda, beautifully thrown from the inside, point 2. 2 with 4 points. Ikeda has a possible place point. Trying to stop him is Ben. Strong forehand Robote turned by Ikeda. Ben. Beautiful 2-all Robote. Yep. That scores. What a shot. Well executed, Ben. You can give yourself applause for that one. 0.5. Ben with 2 points, receiving post 6. Anderluck. Again, we're playing off for second and third place. Anderluck over the top. Picada. Low, hard backhand by Ben. Ben with a hop makes the catch. Back to the inside he goes. Anderluck, good catch on the left side. Robote left side to the outside. Lands in and scores. 0.5. Possible place point for Ben in post 5, trying to stop him, Carballo. Over serve. Point 7. Play is going to continue. Carballo has 2 points, receiving post 8, Kubala. Rebote forehand nicely played by Carballo. Kubala makes a beautiful catch at the side wall. That scores. Point 8. Bueno receives. Forehand rebote by Kubala. Bueno's there. Rebote left side to the inside. Good catch by Bueno. Kubala from the 8 line. Back to the inside. Bueno cuts it off in the air. Rebote left side by Kubala. Will score. Point 8. Possible place point for post 8. Kubala. Trying to stop him. Ron. That serve got hooked and is short. Point 4. 4 on the board with 2 points. Returning with possible place point is post 2, the blue shirt, Ikeda. It's a nice backhand throw by Ikeda. Ball tipped by Ikeda, point 4. Possible place point now for post 4, Ron. Trying to stop him, post 6, Anderluck. It's a nice backhand by Anderluck. Rebote forehand by Ron. Good pickup by Anderluck. Scoop by Anderluck. Rebote left side, fire to the inside. Another nice scoop by Anderluck. Forehand Rebote hooked. Those scoops managed to work out for him. Point 6. No, Ben, you still try to go for the ball in the air. Beautiful serve by Anderluck. Ben takes it out of the corner deep and scores. Nice serve. Beautiful return. Point 5. What was that?
Michael.
Point and plays to post 5, Ben. 8 serves to 2. This is a playoff for 3rd place. I believe from Rocky Horror that was a pelvic thrust.
No comment. Yeah, we're...
Ikeda from the forehand. Kubala, nice pickup at the 11 line. Back to the inside he goes. Ikeda's there. Forehand Rebote by Kubala. Forehand Rebote by Ikeda. Kubala from the left side to the inside. Ikeda's there. Catch by Kubala. Rebote left side. Dangerous to play with that Robote. Point in the third place finish to post 2, Ikeda. Unofficial order of finish, 1-5-2. Your prices will be up in a moment. Your results are official. Coming in first, post 1, Douglas. He had a perfect game. Taking second, post 5, Ben. Coming in third, post 2, Ikeda. 1-5-2 is the official order of finish for Game 7.
I know it was a while ago there, but that high five was gone right off the bat. Douglas just took it straight there, and lucky winner there takes home over $4,800. One of the higher high fives we've seen here, and as we're going to get later in this season, it was pretty easy to hit it these past few weeks. Thought it might be slightly more difficult, but first performance we had here of this new week with everyone back here, high five goes. We got some great handicappers out there.
There are your prices. $1 Quinella. $1 Quinella. That's first and second in any order. 1-5 or 5-1, $74.20. Trifecta, 1-5-2, $583, $60. There's consolations in the exacta. A high five, 5-2-2, 5-1. 5 of 5 numbers, one single ticket. Hitting $4,820. Congratulations to the winner of today's high five. We have 2 games left, ladies and gentlemen. Games 8 and 9. Game 8 up next. A spectacular 7 singles match. Played to 7 points. Points double after the first round of play. Game 8 concludes the mighty Ocho for the day. There are no scratches in Game 8. And post time is just 7 minutes away. Good luck.
Being the overall champ in the rookie season was great. I put in hours and hours of hard work in the offseason practicing, and just to show that it paid off in the end, it was really great. My goal for the 2020 season is to stay healthy, play to the best I can, but definitely I would love to repeat winning singles and doubles again this year. Like I said, I think it's going to be a lot harder, but it's definitely a push that I want, and I'm happy that everybody's getting better, and it's going to be harder for me because it pushes me to be better, and that's what I want ultimately. I would love to be the champ again this year. I am definitely going to try my best. Like I said, the competition is getting better every day. And so I'm going to push to be the best again, but we'll see. It's going to be a long 7-month season, and I'll hope to repeat what I did again.
And there was Douglas in our profile play again. His first win back here. Win number, let's go to the standings here. Win number 35 for him on the season. He is still in third place. As we say, it's important to be in the top 3 here in this championship singles. At the end of the season, the person that finishes in first place gets $15,000 bonus. Second place gets $10,000. Third place gets $5,000. So that all-important third and final bonus money slot. Douglas still holds on to it, but his trajectory, he's looking the other way. He's looking to overtake second and first place eventually there, and good start to him picking up win number 35 on the season. And to that playoff in Game 7, kind of an interesting one because, sometimes the number, there's different points you play up to in these playoffs depending on how many people are involved, and it's very particular. So maybe we'll walk through kind of what happened in that situation, maybe explain why Ron wasn't involved in that show point playoff, that final point.
It's going to be an awfully short walk. You ready?
I'm ready.
3 people got 4 points, right?
Sure. Yeah.
You with me so far?
We're right there.
3 people got 4 points. Playoff ends at 6.
Yeah.
Points are worth 2. 2 people are on the court. One of the 2 is going to win it. Whoever's not on the court ain't going to get it.
Right, and that's interesting, something that I've always wanted to know with these playoffs. Why does it go down, or when, well, maybe not why, when does it go down to, you're playing to less than 7 points in those playoffs? And this could be, this is maybe a little more elaborate of a question here.
To be honest with you, I'm not going to explain it.
Yeah.
Because we will do this. I'm going to leave that question for you tomorrow because and there's a reason why I'm not going to explain it. Because we occasionally forget in our effort to be entertaining with everything that we do here, that parimutuel wagering's involved. And that is an actual parimutuel rule that has to be quoted. So I will explain how that works.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
But it legally has to be printed in the program.
Right, because I've seen last year in those programs.
In the case, so I have written it many times. I've written a bunch of times for the program, but I haven't memorized in the case of 7 remaining, in the case of 6 remaining, in the case of 5 remaining. So that's something for tomorrow. That's absolutely tune in tomorrow when we will read, so we make sure that we do not misquote something that's actually required by statute.
Yeah, and like you were saying, it's a little bit complicated because depending on how many people are left, depending on what place you're going for, if it's second place or third place, or that's place or show, it all varies for these playoffs. So it is a little bit confusing on that. And if you're new to the game, don't even know how you would even begin to.
Now, what attorney out there who's trying to hang me up sent you to me with that question? Thought that I might answer it.
I'm going to have to delete my messages later. How about that?
I think you might have to. That was a nice try.
Can't get anything past you.
Really enjoyed this chair those 2 weeks, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So figured get me out the legal way.
Okay. Sneaky, right?
No, hey. Giveth unto Caesar.
Just a little salty that you've been hitting all those high fives, man. You spread the wealth a little bit. My goodness.
Right. Yeah, no. I would definitely be calling it in from someplace else. 1 minute to go till we begin game number 8. Game 8 is now 1 minute away. But explaining why that playoff turned out the way that one turned out. Just, you got 3 people all with the same score, and the game can't go beyond that. And there's no way to have them pair off. There's no way to have them play off to get the point. So
pair off playoff.
Pair off and playoff. Or what Paulie had a good one. Pair off and square off is what he called it. Yeah,
pair off
and square off. Yeah.
Either way, rhyming or alliteration, it both ways work there.
What would you rather go for, rhyming or alliteration?
I just love the way that pair off playoff sounds. It just rolls off the tongue so beautifully that the square off is you got to add the
pair
double
off
word.
Playoff's one of those that's been used in highlight for a long time.
The person that brought it, that's a really, really good one. I didn't know that. I thought that was a U line.
I'm gonna go. No. I'm gonna vote for Don Lederman back in the late '70s at Miami Highline. Anyway, we're going to go for game number 8, a spectacular 7 singles match. Play to 7 points. Points double after the first round of play. Game 8 concludes the Mighty Ocho jackpot. Serving red shirt to post 1, Bueno. Receiving blue post 2, Ben. Game 8 begins. Big backhand by Ben. Tipped by Bueno at the side wall. Point 2. White shirt to post 3 receives. Here's Ron. The soft 2-all missed. Point 2. Green shirt to post 4 receiving. Here's Bragley. What a catch. Almost made by Ben. Nice effort. Good throw by Bragley. Point 4. Black shirt to post 5. Anderluck receives. Long carom. Gonna score for Anderluck. That's the shot. Point 5. Anderluck now serves. The yellow shirt at post 6, Carballo. Carballo with a hop makes the catch. Here's Anderluck from midcourt. Low and hard to the inside and scoring, 0.5. In our next matchup, we have Anderluck serving to the pink shirt of post 7, Douglas. It's an excellent serve by Anderluck, an even better catch by Douglas, and a swing and a miss on the forehand rebote. 0.7. Here now to complete the first round and receive, wearing the purple shirt of post 8, number 25, Kubala receives. Strong forehand rebote by Douglas. Good catch by Kubala. Douglas from the left side. Kubala reaches over Douglas nicely, makes a good catch and return. Here's Douglas. Nice backhand. Rebote forehand save by Kubala. Douglas from the 8 line. Soft touch on the backhand. Nice rebote by Kubala. 2-all. Will score. 7. That completes the first round of play. All matchups are now worth 2 points through the end of the game. First to return, post 1, Bueno. Forehand rebote by Douglas. Powerful backhand, flirts with the overhead screen, but stays away from it. Nice rebote by Bueno. Low and hard to the inside. That's a great catch by Bueno. He got in there and made the catch on the left side. Rebote thrown nicely by Douglas on the forehand. Rebote to the outside by Bueno. Carambola stopped by Bueno. He holds onto it. Juggled. Ball bounced in the cesta. Point goes to the 7. Seven with 4 points. Here's post 3, Ron. Soft touch on the rebote, and it scores. Well played. 0.7. Possible game, 0.4. Pink shirt at post 7. Douglas trying to stop him. Ben. What a catch by Douglas. Nice big backhand bends up at the 5 line to make the rebote. It's a 2-all rebote. It's off the court. That is point and a second perfect game for the pink shirt of post 7, Douglas. Douglas wins it, 5 serves to 2. This is a playoff for second and third place. Beautiful serve by Anderluck. Good catch by Ben. Anderluck from the 8 line. Powerful backhand. Rebote comes to the 7 line. Ben's there. To the outside. Ooh. Placement of the rebote to score. What a nice shot for Ben. Point and place to post 2. 5 shows. Unofficial order finish. 7-2-5. Now, the question typically asked with that here, did he mean to do it or did he hook it? That one he meant to do.
Yeah.
No question about it. That one he meant to do. And that just, that happens in traditional highlight as well. Did he mean to clip the sidewall? Did he mean to sometimes it's just part of the motion. No, he lined up for that. Absolutely lined up for that. Beautiful throw by Ben. Results are official. Coming in first, post 7, Douglas. He had another perfect game. Taking second, post 2, Ben. Coming in third, post 5, Anderluck. 7-2-5, the official order of finish for Game 8. We'll have your prices in just a moment.
I was going to say, silly me. I almost made him a $8 value in fantasy. Boy, that would have been
who?
Douglas there.
Oh.
I was going to say, I was like, look, coming back, and it's unbelievable. I mean, we'll get back into it, so you give the folks the prices here first.
7-2-5, the official order of finish for Game 8. $2 Quinella, 2-7. That's 2-7 or 7-2, $45.20. Trifecta 7-2-5, $234.60. We also have a Mighty Ocho price for you. $1 Mighty Ocho, 415-22517. 5 of 8 numbers, returning $13.60. Carryover jackpot now at $1,058.40. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, is this afternoon's 9th and final game in advance of the 4 p.m. program. Next game is played at 9. That's 9 points, offering today's only Superfecta wagering opportunity. Superfecta, just like a trifecta, except you're betting on who finishes first, second, third, and fourth. Superfecta wagering only available in our 9th game. There are no scratches, and post time 8 minutes away.
And Stu, you mentioned a couple of the differences here in this 9-point game. We got a full video that will explain how it's going to be different. We got spectacular 9 scoring in this final game for you. Have a look.
Spectacular 9 singles games are played with 8 players. Each player wears a different color jersey numbered 1 through 8 on the front. These numbers are traditionally referred to as post numbers. Post numbers are used to signify the order in which the athletes will play in a game. These numbers are also used for betting purposes. Don't be confused by the numbers on the back of our jerseys. Those are just for fun. Each game begins when the player in the post 1 red jersey serves to the player in the post 2 blue jersey. The served ball must land between the 4 and 7 lines marked on the court's side wall. If the ball lands between those lines, the serve is good and play continues until one of those 2 players wins that matchup. The player who loses the matchup exits the court and waits for his next turn at the end of the rotation. It's important to note that every game has 2 rounds. The first 7 matchups in a game make up round 1. Each matchup in round 1 is worth 1 point. Round 2 refers to all matchups that take place after the 7th and final matchup of round 1. The number of matchups in round 2 varies from game to game. And in round 2, each matchup is worth 2 points. The first player to earn 9 points wins the game.
And just under 5 minutes now till we get into this 9th and final game of the matinee performance. As Stu said, we're coming back for 9 more games starting at 4 p.m. It's going to be the same format here, same guys playing in the same game number, so we'll be back here to do it again for you.
4 minutes to go till we begin Game 9. Once again, there are no scratches in Game 9. So all eyes on Douglas, obviously, when the top guy on the roster has been out for a while with some illness, and he comes back and he's lost a little weight and not necessarily feeling it. You know, how's he going to play? So far, so good. Yes, he's had 2 perfect games. Does he look like the pre-COVID Douglas? No, doesn't.
Yeah.
Not quite.
Yeah, it's going to take a little. Yeah.
Yeah.
Key word there.
Yet.
And I think it's one of the things we were talking about, and I was saying about fantasy for this week as well. I mean, how do you value a guy like that? You take the month off, sure, but I mean, he just has so much talent that, I mean, as you see here, he could just rattle off 14 straight points like he's did. Got 10 fantasy points plus a place already, so he has 13 fantasy points. I mean, it's tough when you're just that explosive and you can really just get points in a hurry. You know, even with the rust and that factor in, I mean, he's just showed that, I mean, his skills in this game are just incredible.
And his motivation is actually pretty interesting because it's hard to explain. He definitely is aware of where he is in that top 3. And he knows exactly how many ahead Ron is. but it doesn't even have so much to do with him ever even saying, I'm the best. I don't think I've ever heard him use those words.
Never, yeah.
He's never used those words, but for whatever it means to him personally, it is super important for him to get back to that number one position. I mean, it's in just as far as like how he defines himself.
Right.
And where you see different players on the roster and how they are with that, when you bounce that up with their skill level versus some of the other skill levels here. Ronron's a thorough professional, but Ron can be laid back.
Yeah.
Ikeda, also laid back.
Yeah, and I think you're talking about that. You mentioned that, look, this is his career, and this is his sport as a career, and, you really get defined by how you respond when the times are tough. I mean, you see countless guys that are on a hot streak, that are looking good in the media, they're laughing, they're smiling, and then a little adversity hits, and they're nowhere to be found. And I think with him, this is his first opportunity to really rebound, not necessarily his fault either. I mean, he's done nothing that, the fact that he was out for a couple weeks and he slid down to third place was, not his doing. He wasn't on the court, didn't have a chance to defend. So it's going to be interesting to see just the mindset and mentally how he comes back from that. And look, he's done as well as you could have hoped for these first 2 games. 2 wins and a place in his first 3 appearances back. So looks like we've got a resemblance there of the old Douglas for sure.
No question about it. And also see how other people play against him as well.
You were saying earlier in that game 5, I think the guy that actually sent him back to the bench was Bradley. And interesting note, you're like, look, he hasn't seen Bradley a lot, and that's also something he's got to. I
think that they practiced last week, but Bradley was out significantly at the beginning. Now Bradley's back, and part of it is knowing. I mean, so much of Douglas's game is positioning, his court positioning. One of the things that makes him absolutely exceptional is his court positioning. And so when you're on the court with someone who you're not on the court with on a daily basis, you're not exactly where they throw it, especially when they throw as hard as they do. That's something. I mean, I'm not saying he won't pick it up relatively quickly.
Right.
And Bradley's got to get out of this habit of hanging out back here at the 12 line. It's just, I'll say that with the microphone on. I will just say you just can't do that. I mean, you can't give your opponent the ball at the 7 line or the 8 line and then hang out at the 12 line.
Right. You're just two walls, caroms.
No, the two guys who do it, Kenny, Legend and Bradley, they have a bad habit of hanging out in the back. Kenny's gotten better at it, though. That'll improve with time. We're ready to begin game number 9, a spectacular 7th singles match. Played spectacular 9 singles match. And then you look at the computer to make sure that you set it up right. Yes, we're good. I set it up right. This game is played at 9 points. Points will double after the first round of play. Serving in the red shirt of post 1, we have Carballo. Receiving in the blue of post 2, Douglas. Carballo serves. We begin game 9. Carballo gets that serve in low and hard. Catch by Douglas. Catch by Carballo. Douglas from the 9 line. Sidearm carom opens up. Carballo stops it, but did not catch it. Point 2. White shirt of post 3 receives. Here's Ron. Douglas on the backhand. He goes deep. Here's Ron for the rebote at the 7 line. Douglas takes it in the air. Fake the 2-all, put it inside. It's scored. Point 2. Green shirt of post 4. In this matchup, we have Douglas serving to Kubala. Point 2. 2 on the board with 3 points. Here's post 5, the black shirt, Bradley. Scoop by Douglas. Hard backhand. Taken on the left side of Bragley. That was a beautiful throw by Bragley. Point 2. Now receiving. Yellow shirt at post 6. Bueno. Strong forehand rebote by Douglas and a beautiful catch by Bueno. Bueno's backhand will send the rebote back out to the 7 line. That's a sidearm rebote by Douglas. Don't often see that. Douglas takes this one in the air. Backhand, hard to the corner. Forehand rebote down low by Bueno. Douglas reaches around Bueno to make that catch. Bueno scoops it up. Scoop by Bueno. Carom by Bueno cuts out. Douglas stops it. Throws this one back. And it scores. What a well-played point that was by Bueno and Douglas. Point 2. 2 with 5 points. Here's post 7, Ben. Rebote left side, hooked into the pad. Point 7. And our next matchup, Ben will serve to the purple shirt at post 8. Anderluck. This will complete the first round of play. Reverse to the overhead screen. Point 7. That completes the first round of play. All matchups are worth 2 points through the end of the game. First to return in the second round, Carballo. Carballo missed it. Point 7. Ben has 4 points. He serves to post 3. Returning to the court is Ron. Nice backhand by Ron. Ben with a beautiful 2-wall rebote that's going to score. Well played by Ben. A salute from Kubala. Point 7.
And you've seen him working on that shot. That one by far the best execution of them all.
Ben has 6 points. Remember, this game's played in 9. Kubala receives. Low runner to the inside's going to score for Kubala. Point 4. Kubala has 2 points. In this matchup, he serves the returning 5 post. In the black shirt, we have Bragley. Catch on the forehand of Kubala. Scoop by Kubala. Picada by Kubala. Gonna score. Well thrown. Picada, the big bounce play. Thrown from the forehand. Kubala's on the board with 4 points, serving to post 6. In this matchup, we have Bueno receiving. Underserve. Point 6. Bueno has 2 points, returning with 5 points. Douglas. Powerful backhand by Douglas. Nice rebote by Bueno. Ball tipped by Douglas. Point 6. Six on the board with 4 points. Here's post 8, Anderluck. Catch by Bueno. Anderluck from the 6th line. Hard to the inside. Bueno for the rebote on the left side. Scoop attempt missed. Point 6. Bueno has 6 points. Once again, remember 9 points needed to win a superfecta game. Receiving, post 1, Carballo. Carballo with a powerful, powerful backhand sends the rebote all the way to the 3-line where it scores. Point 1. Post 3 receives. Ron. Underserve. Point 3. Powerful, powerful backhand throw by Ben. Ron on the rebote. To the inside. Nicely by Ron. Point 3. Ron has 4 points in this matchup. He serves the returning 5 post in the black shirt, Baраглey. Ball missed off the serve, point 3. 3 has 6 points. Receiving, Kubala with 4. Rebote left side by Ron. Scoop attempt missed. Point 3. Possible game point here for Ron, trying to stop him. Post 2, Douglas. Powerful backhand by Douglas. Low rebote, beautiful save by Ron. Douglas goes to the 12 line to make the forehand rebote, and it scores. Wow. That was really nicely played. Wow. Point 2. Possible game point here for post 2. Douglas trying to stop him. Post 8. Anderluck. Powerful backhand by Anderluck. Rebote. Scoop by Anderluck. Powerful backhand. Rebote comes to the inside. Forehand rebote hook to the side wall and into the pad. Point 8. Play continues. Anderluck has 2 points. He serves to post 6. Bueno, who takes the court with 6 points. Strong forehand rebote by Anderluck. Carom by Anderluck thrown off the court. Point 6. Possible game point here for Bueno. Trying to stop him. Carballo. To the overhead screen it goes. Point and game. Yellow shirt at post 6. Bueno. 6 wins it. No playoff here. 3 places, 2 shows. 7 takes the quad. Results from Game 9 are official. Coming in first, post 6, Bueno. Taking second, post 3, Ron. Coming in third, post 2, Douglas. Taking the quad, post 7, Ben. 6-3, 2-7. The official order finish for Game 9. The $2 Quinello 3-6. That's 3-6 or 6-3, $41.40. 10-cent super, 6-3, 2-7, $257, $47. Consolation in the win pool, no one had 6 to win. So if you had 3 to win, it returned $6.40. Once again, no one had 6 to win. So the 3 to win returned $6.40. And consolation is in the exacta. 6 all, $9, all 3, $5.20.
I love Jai-Alai. I think Jai-Alai's a beautiful game. My favorite part of playing Jai-Alai would be that I get to compete. I get to come into a facility with other competitors that are trying their hardest. I get to come out here and try my hardest. Win or lose, you feel a sense of accomplishment at the end of the day after coming in and giving it your all. My 2020 goal is when you open up the program, it should say Chris Bueno, win percentage, 150 or better, and in the money percentage, 400 or better. I'm gonna finish every game that I get possible game point.
Public may not have believed in Bueno there, but finds a way to get it done in that 9-point game. And for him, still in second place now, and that's win number 40. Has eclipsed the 40-win mark now. 8 wins behind Ron, and that's Bueno still in second place overall in those championship singles standings. So I was going to say, pretty good day back. First day back, started off. I mean, we thought a couple guys would be rusty. I think that rust was shaken off there pretty quickly, and it just should be getting better as the day goes on.
It's a good way to start the week. As we say, we like to see how the Thursday matinee performance starts off, because that often sets the tone for the 4 days of Jai-Alai that we play here. And that, ladies and gentlemen, will do it for this Thursday matinee performance of live Jai-Alai in the Magic City on the Jai-Alai Channel. We're glad that you chose to join us this afternoon and invite you to join us again a little later this afternoon when we'll play 9 more action-packed games at 4 p.m. That's just an hour and a half away. We sure hope you enjoyed today's Jai-Alai action at Magic City. Please like and subscribe to the Jai-Alai Channel. On behalf of the players, staff, and management of Magic City, we thank you for joining us today and hope to see you again at 4 p.m. So goodbye till we can see you back here at Magic City Jai-Alai.